Tell me what it was like in Utah with dating culture compared to Bangkok.
Many Mormon or LDS people, they get married very fast. There is advertisement.
Seem like because they want to do activities.
Kate, you eventually got married and you went to England.
It's cold, it's raining, it's quite depressing. But for me, it's how to say this.
2 weeks ago, I was walking in Benji Park, and the taxi motorcycle group, when I walk past, they're like, oh my God, you're so tall, like so big. It is Ladyboy? And I tell like, Uncle, no, I am a girl.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to the One Night in Bangkok podcast. If you guys are new here, my name is Eric, all the way from Boston, USA, and I'm here with my favorite Bangkok podcast girl, Erin. We're bringing you some of the best people and places and events from here in Bangkok. If you're coming here soon, if you want to live in this amazing city, hit the subscribe button. We've got so many videos coming up that we don't want you to miss. If you want to check us out on Apple and Spotify podcasts for the audio-only version, I'll put the link down below. You can check out our clips channel for some short clips from the show, random shows, random topics. You can check that out throughout the week. And if you enjoyed the show, if you like what we're doing, and you want to support the channel, you can buy us a coffee. We really appreciate your support. Tonight, we have a really good show. I'm very excited. We have KT and Kate here joining us. And I thought it was interesting. I wanted to talk to you both because you have both spent some time outside of Thailand. And I always think it's interesting when foreigners come here and they want to experience Thai culture, but we rarely get to hear what it's like for Thai people when they leave Thailand and are experiencing somewhere else for the first time. So, KT, this is going to be a little confusing, guys, because we've got a lot of similar names. And then also your friend is Kate, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a lot of KTs involved. So, KT, where are you from in Thailand? And tell me a little bit about your background. And you told me before you went to the US, so I want to hear about that.
Sure. Well, my name is Katie, or my Thai name is Krong Tong, and I was born and raised in Bangkok, but I get a scholarship from UNESCO to go to study in the USA. Yeah.
Okay, so it was for university.
Yeah. For bachelor degree.
Did you have a choice of where you went in the USA?
Yes, I had a choice.
And how did you choose?
The first university I choose University of Central Florida, which is in Florida.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, University of Central Florida. And then my second year I moved to Utah, University of Utah.
Yeah, when I found out that you went to Utah, I thought it was super interesting. We're going to get into that. Kate, over here in the middle.
Yes.
Can you tell us where you're from and a little bit about your story?
I was born and raised here in Bangkok as well. And I just got married and moved to England.
England?
Yes.
And did you meet your husband in Thailand?
No.
No.
Which is interesting story.
Okay, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
And Erin, so everybody knows Erin by now.
Yeah.
If you don't know Erin, then I don't know where you guys have been. Erin also spent some time in the US in the beautiful city of Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
So, I want to get into all of that. I want to hear about some of your experiences, good and bad. So, Katie, you're born in Bangkok, and also, Kate, you're also from Bangkok. I don't meet many people that are born here. I think it's kind of rare.
In Bangkok?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people are from, wherever, Chiang Mai, Isan, even the South. But I feel like not many people are born here. I wonder if that has anything to do with, why you eventually went abroad. Do you feel like because you're from Bangkok, it's a more international city, you become more accustomed to maybe Western culture, and so it's easier for you to go someplace?
Yeah.
Yeah, could be because, Bangkok is the capital of Thailand, all the opportunity, even for a job, here is better to find a job, better for school. Many people all around Thailand, they move to Bangkok for better life. Yeah.
It's kind of from my experience, it's kind of make me want to do more. because I'm actually from the city, and I feel like, oh, where can I go next? Like, I feel like ambitious, I think.
Yeah. And Earn, as most people know by now, you're from Ubon Ratchathani,
Ratchathani.
which is
yeah.
Isan. Do you feel like maybe people in the country, they don't have as big of dreams or as aspirations or something like that? Like they live a more quiet life or simple life? Would that be fair to say, or what do you think? Either of you, yeah.
For me, it's depend. It's depend on, for example, my mom, she's from the South Thailand. She also went to school there, but she came to Bangkok for the university, I think. But also they have university back in Trang too. But she said that, oh, she kind of want to explore more things than just in her city. She want to see the new town, the new culture, even like Bangkok in Thailand, but we have different culture too. In Bangkok, it's more like diverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like all Thai people are around, like, the country, came here for work, for schools.
Yeah.
And see more opportunities because like lots of new things, just like the
Correct.
things that are going to happen first is going to be in Bangkok. So that's why a lot of Thai people who live in other provinces don't want to come here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think even in other countries like the US, if you're from a more quiet place in the middle of the country, maybe like Utah, I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll talk about that. I think sometimes you're just kind of content with your life and you don't feel like you need to go some other place or do some crazy thing to change your life. And I feel like it's probably the same in Thailand too.
Correct.
I hear this a lot, or I've even seen it if I go to rural areas in Thailand. People just seem very content, even if their life is very simple. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you chose Utah
Yeah.
in the US. Why did you choose Utah?
Oh, I love Utah. Good question. When I told people that, all right, guys, I'm moving to Utah, people are like, why you move to Utah? There's nothing in Utah. Like cow, buffalo, there's nothing in Utah. I'm like, have you been to Utah? Utah is beautiful state, beautiful mountain, great snow for ski, full season, good weather, like beautiful mountain. And also like good school. They have a very great school for LDS. Mormon.
LDS is Latter-day Saints.
Correct.
They're a religion.
Yes.
And so you're LD. I don't even know what to call it. I'm from the US.
Yeah.
So is
Mormon.
is it proper to say Mormon or LDS, or is there a difference or no?
It's the same, but Mormon is like an old name that people
Yeah.
call LDS people. So they change to Later Day Saints because of the belief kind of change a little bit. If we, go back in the past a little bit, when people think about Mormon, what do you think? Like polygamous, right?
Polygamy, yeah. The big thing with Mormonism, everybody thinks of is, have multiple wives or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but LDS, no, now we like mono. So yeah,
Okay.
it's different.
Now, was that something that you discovered when you moved to Utah, or is that something you already had in Thailand?
Wow, long story. I didn't plan to go to Utah when I first moved to the US. But then I get to visit Utah during summertime and I just fall in love with Utah. And then it's kind of like puzzle. And then I get to learn, oh, Utah is the state of LDS. And I also get to learn about LDS culture from the church when I was very, very young.
From the shirt?
From the church, like church. Did I say it correctly? Like church. No.
No,
Oh, church.
Yeah.
Oh,
Church.
got you. Okay.
Yeah,
I
church.
got you. But in Thailand, you learned about this.
Yes.
I've never seen anything about this in Thailand. That's interesting.
Yeah. When I was 6 years old, I meet two missionary who's from Utah. They just knocked the door. I'm not sure if you have seen them.
I've seen.
In Bangkok?
Yeah, in Bangkok.
Really?
Yeah, missionary, and they always like, would you like to study the Book of Mormon? That's how it started. But I didn't know anything about Utah at that time. Then it's just kind of like puzzle. And then I'm like, oh, I have heard about the Book of Mormon. And then I think that's also kind of convinced me to move to Utah. because of LDS
Interesting.
too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But actually, I have no idea about that. Like, can you explain a little bit more? Like,
Me either.
what they teach you, or what they, what is the thing? Like,
LDS,
Yeah.
later they saint is also a Christian,
uh-huh.
but we just believe that God sent Jesus Christ to the earth to save humanity. Yeah, we believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God.
So it's
Yeah.
not the same as like Catholic or like
I
Christian.
think it's not like exactly the same, but some believe it's just different.
Yeah, I don't know the
Yeah.
distinct. It's very different than Catholic, but I
Yeah.
don't know the specific things
Yeah,
that make it different.
Because when I
Yeah.
was young, I also study in a Catholic school, which when also like I learned both like Buddhist thing and like Christian thing, which has like one time Maria, that. Yeah, so I'm kind of confused. Like, okay, which Christian? Like which it's
Yeah,
Catholic
which
or
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of not many people know about LDS. It's kind of news for Christianity compared to Catholic.
Yeah.
Catholic is the oldest religion,
yeah.
and yeah, not many people know about it.
Yeah, so in Thailand, I don't remember the exact number, but 90-something% of people, I think, are Buddhist. And then there's a small but significant population of Muslims, especially in the south. And I think Thailand is like 2% Christian. So I guess this would
Yeah.
fall into that part.
Very small. But I
Yeah.
was born and raised Buddhist.
Yeah.
I convert when
Yeah, they're
I.
taking over, those Christians. They're going everywhere.
I know this sounds kind of funny, but if you ever notice the missionary, they are like a young boy, like 19, 20, 21. They're kind of cute, right?
That's how they converted you. That's their marketing strategy.
Oops. I feel like many young girls they convert to the LDS. It's not just because of they cute, but I think they just being a like very good representative for LDS people.
Is that the people? I think I studied in the Srinagar University, and next to the university, it had something like Christian thing, and they show like we can teach you English, but actually they're also gonna teach you about like their beliefs.
Yeah, the Book of
Yeah.
Is that the
Mormon.
people-
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
So I see.
Have you seen the, is it the Broadway show, Book of Mormon, from the South Park guys? Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
No, not sure.
Okay,
No,
do
I
you know
don't
the
think
TV
so.
show South Park? Have you ever seen that in the US? It's a cartoon.
No.
Okay, you
Sounds
should watch it after
familiar.
this. It's called,
What's happened? What's
it's like a
happened?
dirty cartoon TV show for adults. Like it's funny, but they make like very offensive jokes.
Wait,
Really?
it's like really aggressive one.
Yes.
I think my friend showed me.
Yes, and the creators of that show, they're from Colorado,
Right.
which is near Utah. They made a Broadway show, I believe, like a musical called The Book of Mormon. And I think they make fun of Mormons. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I don't know, but I knew it was a huge show. So I was just curious if you saw that.
Yeah, never. I should watch it.
Okay.
It sounds
yeah.
interesting.
Hey guys, if you are traveling soon, if you're coming to Thailand, if you're coming to Southeast Asia, if you're really going anywhere, I've got something I want you to check out. So, Ern, what's the worst thing you have to deal with once you get off the plane in a new country? You fly across the world, you get through immigration, you get your baggage, and then,
I have to try to get the SIM card
The
as soon
SIM
as
card.
soon as possible.
yeah, nobody wants to stand in a line and deal with getting a SIM card when you just want to get out in the streets of Bangkok, get street food, go to a rooftop bar, go to a restaurant, check out a temple. There's so many other things you could be doing. If you want to make your trip a little easier, you can check out an eSIM from Saily. Saily is by the people from NordVPN, which I use NordVPN. I love it. Makes traveling life a lot easier. And the cool thing is that you can pick a plan before you leave your home country, and you can activate it before you leave your home country, so that when you land here in Thailand or wherever you're going to land, it'll be active right away, and you don't have to deal with waiting in line or dealing with SIM cards or getting scammed or anything like that. And if you download the Saily app, you can actually track all your data, so you can know if you need to refill it or how you're doing, because I've run out of data on past trips because I had no idea how much data I was using. So it's nice that there's an app that centralizes everything and just makes your life a lot easier. If you want to check out Saily, it's available in 190 countries and 8 regions. There's 24-hour customer service, which I've never heard of that as far as a local carrier having 24-hour customer service. It's got a 30-day money-back guarantee. And like I said before, it's from the people at NordVPN. So as far as security, you can have peace of mind. If you want to try Saily, check out the link down below, saily.com/Bangkok, or scan the QR on the screen. Now, let's get back to the episode. Kate, so you were also born here in Bangkok.
Yes.
And what's interesting is I assumed when I found out you had a foreign husband, I assumed what happened was, like a lot of people, maybe he came here on a holiday trip, you met him, you did the back and forth thing for a while, and eventually you get married and then you go to his country.
Right.
But that didn't happen.
Yes.
So tell me how you met him and how you ended up in cold and cloudy England.
So me and my husband met online, and it's not dating app at all. And all my friend was like, yeah, online. When I said like met online, it's kind of like, oh, dating app. Me and him met on like an app called Snapchat, which is like so random.
I might be old, but how do you meet people on Snapchat? I thought you had to have their like contact info.
I have no idea. I think he's like a friend of a friend that at my Snapchat.
Oh, okay.
And back in the day, we don't know how we look like. I don't know, when I first talked with him, I don't know how he looked like. So it's quite
funny.
Yeah.
How
Destiny.
yeah, but it's also funny for me because like my friend showed me that this app Snapchat like foreigner use a lot, and I was trying that app, and when like someone asked me for Snapchat, I give it, and then after 2 days I forgot like who he is or who
Right?
they are. Like, how can I remember? Because like the profile is like cartoon, like I don't know.
So it's more like a story from Instagram, but you don't have like a profile picture. So everything you post, it's only stay there for like 24 hours.
So he don't know your face like that.
When we was talking now, I don't know how he looked like. He doesn't know how I look like. We just kind of talk. And he was like, yeah, I'm a friend of your friend. And interested like in talking to you. I was like, okay, cool. Like,
Where were you when this was happening?
in Bangkok,
And where was he?
he was in England.
So how did you have a friend that knows him?
So he dated like Tiger before, and I think a friend of a friend gave my contact. I'm not quite sure, but
Okay.
yeah, it's quite random. Like we still talking like to this day that we didn't know how we got contact of each other, because like he can't even say like 100% how, and I don't even know.
So how long were you talking to him like this before you saw each other?
I think around 6 months until he fly here to see me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard these kinds of stories where people meet online, but maybe
Yeah.
it's like 2 years and then they eventually
Yeah.
show up.
Yeah.
So, okay. How old were you when you met him?
Wait.
If you were like 15 or something, don't answer.
No. Probably 22.
Okay.
Yeah, probably 22 when I start talking with my husband.
So
yeah.
he flew here, and then when you saw him, were you like shocked that this guy flew halfway across the world to see you?
At first, I quite like shocked. I quite like surprised. More like a surprise.
I want to
Yeah.
know from the people in the comments, have you ever had a story like this where you met someone online? Because I hear this a lot. Like in Thailand, you meet them online on some app or Instagram or Thai friendly. I hope not, but that happens a lot. And then they talk for like a few months, and then the guys get on a plane and fly here. It usually, from what I hear, it usually doesn't end up good.
Yeah.
But in your case,
Yeah.
I think it's different. So on the first trip when he came here, what did you do? Where did you go?
We just kind of explore Bangkok. I kind of just show him around, but he already been done it all mostly because he used to date Tiger for like 5 years.
I think that makes a big difference.
Yeah, he already like familiar
Yeah.
with the culture and places.
Were
Yeah.
you afraid if he flies here and then you realize, oh, I don't like him?
Yeah.
Did you think about that?
I was really afraid.
What was your backup plan?
My backup plan.
You're like, oh, I'm so sick. I have to go home. Sorry, Nika. Like, something like that.
I don't plan to ditch him like that, but probably like kind of, I don't know. Me and him just click right away. It's really weird how like
I
we
think you're
meet
giving
in
a lot
person.
of people hope right now. This is dangerous.
Okay, I hope one day.
That's really cute story.
Thank you.
So, Earn,
Yes.
you went to Las Vegas. We talked about this a little on a previous episode, but tell everyone how you ended up in fabulous Las Vegas.
Well, because in my university, like actually back then when I was in high school, I always dream of like going to America. Like I watch many movies, you know, like American High School. Wow, it
Yeah.
looks great. You have the locker,
Yeah.
you go swim, you have the cheerleader. That's my dream. And I always like try to do the exchange student program.
Right.
I passed the test, but back then that time my family they didn't have that much money to support me. So once I start to study in Bangkok in the university, I try to figure out like where can I go abroad, and yeah, not too expensive. I can do it by my own. I don't have to use my family's like money. So I ended up like, oh, I know there's a work and travel program, and yeah, I just like search on that for a year and just do some, let's say, part-time job, get lots of money, like, and then yeah, just work and travel program.
Wait, you said you worked here for a year to save up for it.
Well, I study and I also try to do the part-time job. I also like try to ask the professor to do some project that can give me money. Like that time it's like 5,000 baht per month. And I made the contract, like I did that for 10 months, and also do as a cashier in my university mini mart, you know, because the first year I was in a university dorm. So like in the morning I work as a cashier, and at the afternoon I go study. So I try to collect all the money and like, Mom, I'm gonna go to US. Like I just let you know. You don't have to say like you approve or not. I will go. I'm going there. So I just let you know because I already have that money by myself. So it's just like, okay. But the way that I decided to go to Las Vegas, because I think because like I live in Bangkok, I see the city life here and I want to see the city life more. So I heard about like gambling, about the partying,
Earn
like
started the degenerate life very early.
yeah, like you know, in Bangkok, it's like, okay, it's Bangkok, but like, what about Las Vegas? I saw the video, like, okay, let's go.
I didn't realize you chose to go there. I thought you didn't have a choice because Las
I
Vegas
have
is like
choice.
the worst place to go.
I have choices, but yeah, it just let's try. You know,
You didn't
It's
want to
like
go to
there-
Utah, become an LDS
No,
member?
there's a choice that like most of the people go there. They like work in a national park, you know, or work in a restaurant.
Yeah, Earn had dreams of like working in the national park, working in the restaurant, but actually, Earn worked at like the worst rated hotel on the Vegas Strip, Circus.
I work as a game operator, like, you know, work with all the kids. But, you know, I mean, the job, I'm not really choose Las Vegas, but I see like there's like game operator thing and I love kids. You know,
Yeah, well, you have to explain the hotel you worked at, Circus.
Circus,
They have
Las
like an
Vegas.
amusement park
Yes.
as part of the resort.
Yeah.
And the kids go in there, they have the rides, and you were the one
Yes.
that would,
Yeah,
you know,
they have the water park, they have the amusement park in the hotel, and yeah, they have the gambling, of course. But I cannot do the gambling like things. I just decided to do the game prayer because I love kids. Yeah, it's good experience because you know, not, and you also realize that okay, not all the kids are fun to
Right.
to work, you know, or to play with.
And I'm not kidding. This is Circus is literally, I think, the worst rated hotel on the Vegas Strip. It's like a complete. There's
like,
whole YouTube videos about how bad it is.
I hope they don't watch this one, but like the hotel, I always have the problem with the key card because they let us like rent the room from like the hotel because then I wake up like I can prepare myself to like 10 minutes and I go to work. Yeah, I don't have to stay somewhere else. Like some people who join this program maybe have to stay in some house which you pay more, but this one you get like spatial, rental price. So yeah, I just always have the problem until like I don't know, but at the receptionist, like they remember my face because like always come like, why is not working? I just like finished my work, but it's always not working. Like, yeah.
Were there many Thai people in Las Vegas that you found?
They said that we are the first group of the work and travel program. They've never have the Thai people came because when I arrived there, we need to do like what is called like the test for like drugs, and we have to go to the police station, make all the paper, and like some ID like for work, give the permission for work. And when I went to the police station and I showed the Thai ID. They're like, "Where are you from? Is this real ID?" I said, "Yeah, it's real. It's from Thailand." They never seen Thai ID.
Never
I was like,
seen Thai people there,
and everywhere that we went for making the paper, before we start to work, my friends always push me like, you go first. So like, okay, how can I talk to the police? How can I talk to the bank? Everything it's me first. But yeah, they never met Thai people before. Or the Thai people that I met, they're very like old people, not like young Thai people. So it's rare. It's like first year and first work and travel program student that went there. First group.
Katie, I'm assuming, tell me if I'm wrong, when you went to Utah, not only were you probably the only Thai person in the entire state of Utah, I'm assuming there was maybe like one other Asian person you saw.
Yeah, very rare. Let's say because Utah is a state that there's a lot of white people, right? And that is also one of the reasons why I like Utah, because I feel like, all right, this is the right place to be.
Yeah, nobody knows you, right?
Correct. And also, not many Thai people, even like in my university, there's only 10 Thai students in the university. Yeah, that's not a lot, like tiny, let's say small. Yeah, so all of the Thai students, we know each other. And even like a Thai people who's married American and live in Utah, also there's not a lot.
I don't know about Utah. It's like really quiet.
Correct. Opposites from Las Vegas.
It looks like it's like rural, or it's like countryside, or it's...
It's like... Did you know that Utah, you can't sell alcohol at the gas station?
Well, that's any state in the U.S.
Really?
I don't think. Well, I'm not sure if every state, but I think most states
Even
you
like
cannot sell alcohol.
Even in like a mall or like supermarket.
It has to be a special store.
Yeah, you have to
But
buy
that's
at
not
the
a
liquor
Utah
store.
thing. I think in most states it's like that.
And also Utah has no gambling.
Well, that's also most states.
Really?
Yeah. Utah, you're right.
Casino, no casino in Utah.
Well, I know what you're saying. Utah is a very conservative place.
Correct.
But those two things, the alcohol and the gambling, most states don't have those things.
Really?
Really?
Only Las Vegas? Or?
Well, it's changed now. So originally, only Las Vegas or certain parts of Nevada. I know my U.S. people are gonna jump on me. They allow it, and then it was Las Vegas and Atlantic City. And then slowly they started opening more through like the Native American lands. It's a little complicated, but it used to be only very specific areas. Yeah, now it's kind of expanded, but
yeah, so Utah is opposite of Las Vegas. More like a family, unite.
Farm.
Yeah, a lot of farm, but just more like, let's say...
Nature?
Yeah, more nature, like Chiang Mai, but conservative, peaceful.
Right.
It's not touristy, right? It's not like
A lot of tourists, people come and ski and hike. We have
for like the nature.
I think it's known a lot
activities.
for nature.
nature.
Okay.
But not many people live in that state.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because nothing much to do.
Like,
but
I think there's probably, I'm just going to guess. Do you know what the population of Utah is?
I think maybe like 6 million,
Oh, 6 million.
I guess.
That's more than I would think. I was going to say, I bet there are more people that live in the Boston area where I'm from than in the whole state of Utah. But
The
maybe that's wrong.
busiest.
Yeah. Something like that.
Boston
So-
is fancy.
Fancy. Have you been there?
Never.
Okay, why
but
do you think
Harvard is there. Harvard University.
Yeah.
Ah.
I didn't
it's
go to
like
Harvard, but yeah.
Clever people.
Yeah, clever people, smart people.
Yeah.
Ah.
Some of us end up in Thailand. Some of us clever people.
How about let me interview you.
Okay, let's flip.
Let's flip. So, what is the difference between Boston and Bangkok?
Okay, I'll tell you a few things I noticed right away. In Boston, people dress like shit and they don't really care about their appearance. And in Bangkok, people, I think, put a lot of effort into their appearance and they're very judgmental. They judge you very strongly
Correct.
by how you present yourself.
Oh yeah, this is very interesting.
I would say also people in Boston can be quite rude and they're always kind of miserable. They're always unhappy. And in Thailand and even in Bangkok, people tend to be more polite. And one thing is, I'm not sure if it's just like a presentation or they really feel that way. Because my opinion has changed on this. I used to think, oh, Thai people are so nice. They're so polite. But the more I'm here, the more I understand. Sometimes I feel like they just present themselves this way because they think it's the right thing to do. But really inside, they don't feel that way. What do you think about that?
How about let's Kate?
Yeah, either any of you.
What's the question again?
Like,
Sorry.
okay, Thai people, they're known, foreigners think of Thai people as being very polite, very nice. And
Right.
I agreed with this when I first came here. But the longer I'm here, I think I start to understand more nuances about the culture. And sort of my perception now is maybe it's not that they're so nice and polite, but they feel like they have to present themselves that way, even if inside. And I think the perfect example of this is how people act when they drive the car. Because when they're in a car, especially like if they're in a Mercedes with the tinted windows, you can't see who they are.
Yeah.
So that's when they can act however they want. And they can be very rude and just run you over. So what do you
Yeah.
think about that? Do you think Thai people really are genuinely very polite people? Or do you think it's more about how they want to look to others?
Yeah, it can be more like an act from my perspective. Some people are really like polite to you, but then behind like closed door they quite mean. And I experienced this a lot growing up here. Yeah.
I think also it's because of we were raised to care a lot about what we bring it out or represent ourselves or even like manner. I'm not sure if you noticed this. Everywhere you go, sometimes yes, people smile, but they get mad. They say they want to say I'm angry, but instead they say it's okay.
Yeah, like they feel like they're not
Maybe
allowed
right.
to
Correct.
You cannot
voice their
you cannot be
displeasure.
too direct
Yeah.
with Thai people. Like in Thai we call put It's like
Oh yes.
yeah, you it's like you cannot use like I don't like it, but like oh I think we should maybe do this. I think it's better. We cannot be
Be
like
What is
too
this
direct.
phrase? You said put
Put like
What is
is like go through
Oh.
that way,
Indirect.
not like
Oh,
too
so
direct.
it's like translates to like
Yeah.
speaking around.
Speaking
the problem or
But
something.
not being direct.
I think it starts from about like the family or the culture of like just small thing you can see from Thailand. Like you have to pay respect for the older people, or if even in the workplace, if they work before you, you have to respect
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, you will
Yeah.
have this like very strong structure of respect here in Thailand. And I notice, I always laugh when Thai people do this. Oh,
Yeah.
and by the way, guys, I just want to let you know, Kate's friend, Emma, right, is over here in the background. And she's from Finland. She's not Thai. So sometimes I feel like I have someone on my side. We laugh at some of these funny things Thai people do. So when you come in, I notice one of the first things you do is you all ask each other how old you are.
Yeah.
you need to establish the order.
Yeah.
Because then you
Yeah.
call each other what? P,
Yeah.
nong.
Nong.
Can you
Yeah.
can you explain this system? Like, what is P? What is nong? Why do you ask each other how old you are?
We ask their age because if they older, we show more respect. And also the language that we use is also different.
So we just
Like
know how to
informal,
call
formal.
each
Oh,
other.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the people who order, we use formal language, like more formal, like
Yes.
P, ka.
Okay,
Yeah.
so can I ask who is the oldest, who's the middle, who's the youngest here?
I'm probably the oldest in here.
Okay, so
then
Yeah, and then
And then
That-
me,
Katie.
so that means that like Earn would address you as P.
P. Yeah.
and I call
And-
her Nong Earn.
Interesting. Yeah. See, this is a
Yeah.
very interesting
Yeah.
thing from the West because we don't really have
Yeah.
anything like this. But
Or
I
it's
think
like-
Thai people take it very seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's like when you speak English, you can see like Thai people sometimes you thank you ka. Like what's the point to end with ka or crap, like, you know? But like the more you stay here, the more you realize like they just want to be more
Oh,
polite.
my friend loves
Yeah.
that.
even
polite.
even like English is no like there's no like rude, like it's just like you, but in Thai have like different you, like
Yeah.
kun, thơ, teng, like so many different ways, depends on your age, depends on how close you are with that people.
Yeah.
So if you can see from the little things, like just about the age and how we like talk and how we respect the people who older than us, how we act. If you ask about the age, we know how to act or how to
Yeah.
talk. Then you will understand why like Thai people not being too direct. Cause like we try to see like, okay, what age, what are you working? Or if you look at if people who work in the government thing, you're kind of more scared. Like
Yeah.
Thai people, we're more scared of the people who work in the government. We kind of like, Sawadee ka,
Yeah,
like
be
"Oi,
super polite."
This way,
Yeah.
please. But if we work in like, if I work in the restaurant, like, yeah, that way, like they don't care. Like I don't know why, but they kind of more have the reaction different. If depends on your job, depends on your
Yeah.
age. Yeah.
Quite
So-
judging. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
I think
that's
I get
how we raise it.
I think I get into trouble in Thailand sometimes because where I'm from in the US, especially the northeast part of the US, we can be more direct, more aggressive, maybe. And that is very opposite of Thai people.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes if something happens that makes me upset or frustrated, Thai people can be very intimidated and they almost don't know how to react to me. And I have to try to remind myself like, because it's normal for me. Like I feel normal, but it can be very intense, I think,
Yeah.
for Thai. Ern's
Yeah.
probably seen this many times, right?
Yeah.
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 So,
Yeah, sometimes like, for example, I talk with him about work, and then sometimes when he's too dark, it's like, you cannot talk like that. You just like know how to
Yeah.
talk, you know, to like not too
Softly.
hard, like
oh yeah,
try to be gentle.
you heard me on the phone talking to my business partner from the US.
Yeah, like this one is like, wow.
And that's very normal for us. But for someone on the outside, it sounds like something is wrong.
We really be careful with like when we talk, especially with work. Like we cannot be too direct. Or for example, even like university or school, if teacher do something wrong, we cannot say like, teacher, you're wrong. You have to like
yeah, so that's a
yeah.
very interesting
but I don't
point.
like that. I want to
So
be like
that
this
is
wrong.
different.
that is a very interesting point, and this is again one of those nuanced things I've learned since I've been here. I feel like, how can I put this? Like Thai, tell me if I'm wrong, please. I'm just telling you my observations. I feel like Thai people are almost not allowed. They're taught from when they're young to not question things, to not
Correct.
ask questions.
Yes.
And for me, I don't even want to argue with people a lot of times, but I'm just curious. Why is this like this? Oh, why do you do it this way? And I'm not saying it's bad. I just like to learn. And I think when I ask Thai people questions like this, it can make them uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yeah.
It just like sometimes being too direct, we just think that you being mean
You're
or
not
being
respect that people.
Yeah, or like you don't show respect to the people. Even like I went to Thai school, like a government school. When I was younger, I never like hands up and ask a question because I'm too shy. Every time that I ask, teacher will be like, oh, what is the question you're going to ask? Oh, you know more than me or something?
The students in the class gonna look at you like, why you want to
Yeah,
ask
or
the
you want
question?
to try to show off or something.
Yeah, that's
can
happened.
be
It makes
So-
us have a low
like
self-esteem.
too smart.
That's
in
an
the class.
interesting thing to know because like in the US, at least where I'm from, if you don't raise your hand and get involved in the conversation, you get a bad grade.
Yeah.
They want you to be
Yeah.
more involved. And I think that has a big impact
Yeah.
on people
Yes.
when they get older
Yeah.
and like culturally how they do things, their
Yeah.
work life.
Yeah.
While
Yeah.
in Thailand, they're saying that you're trying to show off. Like you try to be overconfident. You try to be like smart. You try to make a good grades with the teacher, right? That's why
Yeah.
you ask. No, I just have a questions. I'm curious. You know, that's happened to me all the time. Like my friend just say like, "You're too confident. Like you, why do you want to ask the
Exactly.
question? Are you stupid? You ask the question. Are you stupid? Like, yeah." I was like,
Like you can never be.
well, oh, okay,
Right.
I can be stupid, but at least, okay, if I ask, I'm not stupid anymore, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So there's one time I was laughing because like one of my friend, they talked to me in this way, like, oh, and they even tweet. That time is during the COVID, and we learned like Zoom class, and then she just tweet about me like, this girl, you're like trying to ask a question, you try to be, you know, shy, like outstanding of the class, and like some of my friends just capture and send it to me. I was like, are you fucking serious? Just because I asked a question, and then the next week she asked the same thing. I was like, you're not listening. Like, so now are you stupid?
I feel like society kind of like we cannot curious. We cannot ask. It's
Yeah.
like in the school and in workplace, if your boss tell you to do something, even you don't agree, you can't be direct. You have to like
Follow
talk.
and
Try-
obey.
Yeah.
Try to find the right words
Yeah.
to talk, not being too direct, not try when you suggest or you give some opinion, you cannot be like a boss. You cannot talk like a boss. You cannot talk to a confident. Just like, hey boss, like can we offer
Yeah.
you this thing? This is a good idea. We cannot be like, I think this is better. We cannot talk like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really different.
So, Kate, you eventually got married and you went to England.
Yes.
What did you notice when you arrived in England that you thought, oh, this is a lot different than Thailand?
So I watch series and learn English from it growing up. So I kind of know that like it's cold, it's raining, it's quite depressing. It's like the word that my husband always say, like it's quite depressing here. But for me, it's how to say this. I love it. I just love cold country. I feel like because I always like sweat here, like my makeup ruining. But when I moved there, it's different. It's really different.
Well, you're lucky because I always think there's this phenomenon where, you know, especially men, not always men, sometimes it's women, but a lot of times it's foreign men come to Thailand and eventually, for whatever reason, they meet a girl and they want to take that girl back to their home country. But what if your husband was from, I don't know, I'll pick a random country that's hot, Colombia, okay? And you're like, well, I like you, but I don't like Colombia. It's too hot. I don't like the food. I don't like the culture. That puts you in a really hard situation because you can pick your husband, but you can't necessarily pick
Exactly.
the country. So did you ever feel like, I mean, it sounds like you adjusted okay, but did you ever have a moment where you thought like, oh, I don't know if I can live here?
Yes, a lot of like culture shock because like English people love tea, and it's more like the way that like welcoming you, like you want a tea, you want a tea. It's like a main thing that it's quite new for me because like when someone came to my house, I have to ask them, and sometimes I forgot that I have to ask them because here we don't really just offer water, but like different than England.
Yeah.
Definitely
But
different.
is there something that make you feel at the beginning feel uncomfortable to live there?
People in my town, I live in Norwich, which is like a small town.
How far
that-
from London?
It's like 3.5 hours.
Okay, so pretty far.
Yeah. So pretty far, yeah. So people quite cold. Like sometimes I need to tell myself like don't smile. Like when I go out. Because like
Oh.
when I see people I smile.
Yeah.
It's just like
If I was walking
like-
down the street in Boston and people smile at me, if that happened,
It's
which that
creepy.
would never happen, I would be very concerned for my safety.
right?
Why?
But if you see like Thai people, even we just like,
that's
you know, I have the
that's
eye
like the
contact. So
first
like,
thing that I realized like, oh, we just really nice. And they're not. Like they just kinda look at me weird. Like if I go to the mall
Why are you
and
smiling?
I saw like a little baby and I was like, oh, so cute.
Yeah,
The mom
yeah.
kinda look at me like
ooh.
it seems like she understands that I talk to her kid, but she's not smiling back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like when you were in England, maybe people, okay, I'm going to put it this way. I don't think this way, but I just want to put it this way. Maybe they feel like, oh, you're an immigrant from a third world country.
I do
And they
actually think
give you
that.
like some negative thing.
I actually think that, yeah. Especially like, I don't know, maybe I only met one Thai girl the whole time I was there.
Wow.
And she's really nice. Of course, like Thai people like nice to each other. But I don't think like older people have the mindset that like more understanding. It's more like it's not racist, but they kind of just colder.
Yeah, I understand.
Do you think it's
Yeah.
because of their culture?
I think so, yeah.
Because this is what I noticed too. I feel like European people, they smile less. They smile less. Even like my friend asked me like, Katie, are you crazy? Why you always smile all the time? Because I was an exchange student in France when I was in high school. And people like, why you smile all the time? I'm like,
Yeah, I don't know if the French are known for being super friendly, but you guys can let me know about that in the comments. You're Emma, you're from Europe. What do you think about that? Yeah, we do not. Okay.
oh yeah, why?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if every European country is the same, but for
Like-
sure, French people are not known for being warm and fuzzy. So yeah, even for like, Western people, other Western people. So
Yeah.
what about Utah? Because the thing about the U.S. is, which is why I always laugh when I hear Ern went to Las Vegas. The U.S. has so many different kind of subcultures that if you go to Boston or if you go to Texas or if you go to California, it's like totally different. So how is it in Utah? How did you feel people were there?
Oh, people very friendly, and I think this is also the reason why I love Utah, because of the way that I was raised and also culture. Utah people, they kind of have like similar culture, let's say LDS and Mormon. I was raised Buddhist, and they have like a similar culture, and they're very friendly. They're very nice. They always smile. They always laugh, which is kind of different from the big city like Florida or California. And yeah, I think that's also the reason why I love Utah. They're very friendly, very nice.
So you went from the Mormon life in Utah to the Miss Universe pageant in Thailand. Is that right?
Yeah.
So how did you get involved in Miss Universe? Because I've seen Thailand has many beauty pageants, something like this, but I never know like what makes someone want to join. How do you join? How does it work? So tell me about that.
Before I moved to Utah, I have competed in the Miss Universe Thailand like one time in 2017. And then I moved to Utah in 2019 or 18. Yeah, and then when I finished school, I moved back to Thailand and compete in Miss Universe Thailand again because of some of my fans. They're like, hey, Katie, come back, compete it again. We want you. And I'm like, okay. And also it's make good money.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about that, because I don't know how it works. Like, how do you get paid? Is it a sponsor or is it the organization, or how does it work?
Yeah, the difference is, this is what people told me. If you want to compete in the beauty pageant back in the US, right, you have to like sponsor yourself. But here in Thailand, we get paid to compete. We have many sponsors like offering, all right, would you like to compete in the beauty pageant? We're going to support you and pay for everything. And yeah.
And for Miss Universe, is it someone from every province? Is that how it works? Or is it each province has its own contest and then those winners move on to the...
Yeah, you
Okay.
have to win in one
province.
province first.
Yeah.
So which province did you compete in?
Pisanulok. Yeah. Pisanulok, yeah. So I represent MUT Pisanulok 2023.
Okay, I don't know where that is.
It's not in the north and also not in Isan, but
In
like
the middle.
in the middle.
Oh, so you don't, but you're not from there, right?
Yeah, I'm not from
You
there.
don't have to come from like
Oh,
that province. You can enjoy
interesting.
any province you want.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and also she's competed in
Even I'm
MUT
so shy, guys.
Prakan.
Yeah, I compete the same year as you.
Yeah.
I had the first one is in Nakhon Phanom. It's Isan, and like got the third one, and I just feel like I can do better. So I just like decided to do at in Samut Prakan, which is like very like close to Bangkok. Yeah, I just did that.
Yeah.
And I had no experience. I had no, let's say if someone gonna join this beauty page and some of you, if you have some like fans, it's okay. Like you maybe have some sponsor, but
Yeah.
me, I support myself.
Yeah.
I paid for the, beauty artist. I paid for the dressing,
That's
for the
so
for the
cool.
dress.
It's cost a lot.
Yeah, dress gowning, a lot. And you know what? I quit my job. I got that salary and I put all in.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. Wow.
I have to get something. I cannot lose. Like if I'm not the winner, it's fine, but I have to get something. And
Yeah.
in Isma
Such a good mindset to put.
yeah, I have
Yeah.
nothing to lose. Even like some of them, they're complain like, why are you too confident? You're shy. You cannot beat that. I was like, I don't care because this is my money.
Right.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not the winner. I got like the second one. I got like 100K. It's like fine. Then I got money to do something else. It's fun. It's something that
And
you can
also
enjoy.
the province that she competed is a very difficult one. It's very big and also like many competitor. And I was thinking about going to that one too.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my God, there's so many girls competed. It's going to
Yeah.
be very difficult.
Yeah, they told me they have like the one last spot. Like,
Yeah.
do you want to join? Even I think that in Samut Prakan, it's very special because actually
Yes.
they support your dress, your makeup artist. But I just want the best one for myself. So I just like it's fine. I'm not gonna use your like that support from the MUT. I'm gonna rent it by myself. Like spend all my money and like have nothing to lose. And yeah,
Yeah, and
Such a spirit.
yeah. yeah, I really like your let's say ambitious. Like she go
Yeah.
for it like 100%. And
because
I love that.
MUT is not like some in Thailand the famous one right now is like MUT and Miss Grand,
Yeah.
right? But for the MUT you're not really need to be famous or you're not really to have like that big projects. You can come with like confident with some interesting story, like good mindset, and then you can enjoy this competition.
Yeah.
Anybody who has dream.
One of the first things I noticed about you, Katie, is that you're very tall. Is that common for like these beauty pageant girls?
Kind of.
Kind of?
maybe.
How
What do
tall are
think,
you?
Aaron?
It's like qualification, like
Yeah.
if you want to join this competition, like you should be
How tall are you?
175.
Okay. So
much
you
taller
said,
than me.
You said
Yeah,
that's
she's
like
quite
5'9". For
Yeah,
our
like
American
5'9".
in freedom units, it's 5'9".
Yeah, 5'9".
Yeah. And I told you that I dated a girl that was also in Miss Universe. I'm not gonna out her what province she won. I think she won that province. I can't remember, but
Ooh, the
But,
same year with me.
no, I think 2020.
Spicy.
2020. But
2020.
she's also very tall. In fact, I think she's the only girl I dated that was taller than me. And you don't expect Thai people to be so tall. So I'm not a tall guy. I'm like in centimeters, I'm like 174. I'm like 5'7", 5'8". So yeah, but you were like towering over me when it went in the elevator. Yeah. So
Because I wear a little heel.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so what I wanted to ask you is about that. I feel like I have to ask this. So
Okay,
forgive
okay.
me. So when I met this girl, let's call her. What should I call her?
Ooh. What is her name?
Let's call her Ploy. No.
Let's call her, not Katie.
Let's call her Katie.
Let's call her Ploy because there's 1 billion Ploys in Thailand. Although I have
One
a rule.
of the name of his ex.
I have a rule. I will never date a Ploy because they're never good
tonight.
news.
Okay.
So Emma's laughing. So ploys are never good news, guys. Just so you know. But let's call her Ploy. I saw her at a bar one night, and I kind of went close to go talk to her. And then I'm looking at her. I thought she's so good looking, and then I noticed she's quite tall. I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if she's a girl. And I've been here for a while, and I can usually tell now pretty easily. But the fact that you know how a lot of ladyboys, they look really, really beautiful.
They're gorgeous.
They almost understand femininity more than like
Modern women.
yeah.
Maybe,
Let's say.
So-
maybe better
Yeah.
than us.
I'm more like Ladyboy.
And I mean that in a positive way. So when I saw this girl, I thought, I'm not sure. So I kind of just bailed out and I just didn't talk to her. But then the place closed. It was near closing time. And I was outside with my friend and we were trying to figure out where to go. And she was there with her friends. And she just kind of asked like, oh, do you know where is open? Because we're not from around here. She was just visiting from her province. And then we ended up going to like an after party and whatever. But I'm wondering for you, because you're rather tall, do you ever have a problem like this where people ask you some like stupid question?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. For me, when the first impression and people ask me Ladyboy, I'm not mad at all. Instead, I feel like, ooh, thank you. Because
Beautiful.
yeah, because like in my perspective, when I look at other like trans or ladyboy, let's say ladyboy, they're gorgeous, they're beautiful, they're good manners. Many of them, and many of my friends, they're ladyboy. My beauty pageant coach, they're ladyboy. My makeup artist, they're ladyboy. They have like, they're just beautiful skin, tall, good body. And when people ask me if I am a ladyboy, I'm not mad. Instead, I'm like, thank you, but I'm not ladyboy.
Do you think that all or most Thai women feel that way? Or do you think that some would get angry?
I think people have different perspective. How about let's say like what do you feel when people
It's a pain that when you say it, you kind of like you make jokes or you just really like, you know, are you ladyboy? And if they're like, why? If I'm ladyboy, so what you gonna do? Like if they're seem like not that friendly, not that like joking thing, I just like, you wanna see? Yeah, but like
Depends on
I'm
how you ask.
yeah, it depends on like the way you talk or the way you act. But if you're like, hey ladyboy, you're so beautiful, if they act like this, like I'm not, yeah, but just say it.
Yeah. I was asking you specifically though because I'm assuming because you're tall.
yeah
And
all
again,
the time.
I'm not bringing that up because it's a bad thing. It's just not common.
Yeah,
in
it's not
Thailand.
common,
So
even back in the
I'm
US.
assuming you get it even more here, that kind of question than like the average person.
all the time. Like 2 weeks ago, I was walking at the green, what is called? ตรงเนี้ยค่ะ I don't know what it's called. It's called Green Place or Green Lane.
At M Quartier?
Is at Benji Park.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I don't know
The
what is
park.
that.
At Chickadee Park.
Yeah, but they call Green Lane, Green Place that you
Something.
can walk to the different parks.
It's like a walk through the park area. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's say at Benji Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago I was walking in Benji Park and the taxi motorcycle group, when I walk past, they're like, oh my God, you so tall, like so big. It is Ladyboy? And then
These are Thai guys.
yeah, Thai guy.
Really?
Yeah, and I tell like, uncle, no, I am a girl. Like, thank
Uncle.
you. Like, uncle.
Hey.
I'm like, uncle, I'm a girl.
คุณลุงหยุด
yeah.
คุณลุง
อย่าถ้าภาษาไทยก็พูดว่าลุงหนูไม่ใช่กระเทยหนูเป็นผู้หญิง
I'm not กระเทยนะ
yeah all the time people always ask me
Okay. So can you give, for anybody watching that's coming to Thailand and they're like, because people are very worried about this.
It's
when they come
hard
here,
to
they're
tell.
Like, how do I know? So can you recommend, what is a polite way to ask or bring this up?
I think it's good to be direct, and many trans and ladyboy, they're willing to be direct too. You just have to maybe ask like, excuse me, can I ask you something personally? Like, are you trans or are you ladyboys? I think it's okay to be direct nowadays.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think they're not shy to say that.
Yeah.
They're more the way of like we are proud to say that we're a ladyboy, but it's not something that like you first meet with someone and they can say, "Hey, I'm a ladyboy." Like no, but
Yeah.
you can ask.
Yeah,
It's
you can
something that you can ask. But we're not gonna introduce myself. Hey, I'm Erin. I'm a ladyboy. Like
What? No one say that.
yeah, but it's like if you ask, it's okay because like you know in Bangkok, Thailand, we're proud to say that if you're a ladyboy.
Yeah.
I feel like we're quite open now.
Yeah, we're more
Nowadays.
open more than before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if you don't like ladyboy and if you ask them like please don't make the face like oh okay nice to meet you, and if you know like oh she's ladyboy and then you don't want to keep going that situation, you just leave it like friendly, you know, like
Yeah.
oh nice
Yeah.
to meet you, you're so beautiful, and then just left. That's it.
Yeah.
Like just come because I think you're beautiful, and if you don't want to keep that situation, just
Yeah, because it doesn't matter what gender, we have to show respect to the people. Yeah.
I agree. We already did a full episode on this. So if you guys want to know some ladyboy story, you can go back into the catalog. I forgot what number it is.
yeah.
But maybe you as Thai people don't see this experience as much, but for foreigners, they have very, how can I say, there's some different experiences they have.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel, and this is what I don't agree with, they feel like they're almost tricked. Like like in my experience, I had someone who photoshopped their photos to look a certain way. And then when you showed up, it was
Catfish?
Yeah, but not just like, oh, this was a girl and now she looks different. This was not at all what I was expecting. So it can put you in a very tough situation. And then you start to think like, well, you start questioning everything. Then the next, 3 people I met, I'm like, well, is this person trying to like, trick me or like, so something like this. So that's why it's kind of tough. These days it's not.
It's hard to tell. I feel you. I could feel of you guys, because many of my foreigner friends ask me like, Katie, how can I tell that she's not a girl? And because in the picture look like beautiful, Also nowadays we have filter and AIs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can just generate the picture.
It's really hard
so
to do.
You
beautiful.
even can change your hair color.
Correct.
You can make your
Yes.
lips more like look red and
Yeah, I can't give them any like much advice. Just when you get there, just ask, because it's hard to tell. Nowadays they're beautiful.
Yeah.
They look very feminine, modern. Let's say modern feminine. They're very polite. They're like small. Even like what is this thing called? Adam apple?
Yeah.
Wait.
yeah,
Yeah.
look red.
Yeah. Lookกระเดือก or Adam apple. They don't have it.
So when you went to Utah,
Yeah.
tell me what the dating culture was like.
Ooh.
Because I know a little bit about
Yeah.
Utah in this, but tell me what it was like in Utah with dating culture compared to Bangkok.
Very conservative, like
A lot of rules,
old
right?
Yeah, like an old traditional Thai. Let's say no intimacy before married, or let's say no sex before married. That's why many Mormon or LDS people they get married very fast. There is an advertisement.
Seem like
Because they want to do activities.
seems like really young.
Yeah,
They
there
get
is an
married. They
advertisement
have a
on
lot
the
of
highway.
kids.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why they get married fast.
There is an advertisement on the billboard, and they say we sell the home faster than BYU engagement. BYU is a university
Brigham
of
Young
Brigham
University.
Young.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of LDS get married very quick. Like they date 3 months and then get married.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
very
crazy to me.
conservative. And
What if they get divorced? They can, if they're single, can they do like, with someone that is not like their wife or like not like in a relationship with? Do you know about that?
I think it's depend on the person. Some people they're very strict, right? And some people they're more like, oh, okay, I'm not very strict. I'm more like flexible, or some people left the shirt.
Yeah, I wonder, like, do they have to, like, okay, already get divorced and, like, or I have to wait until I get married again, I can do that again, or it's just like, fine, I already passed that stage and then do whatever I
It
want.
depends on the person. If they're very, very strict, they probably get married very quick after divorce. Maybe that is depend on the person.
Do you feel like Utah is a place that you could live long term?
Yes, because I'm also like born and raised very conservative too. That's why it's kind of easy for me to live in Utah. Yeah, my family very strict, very, very strict.
Yeah. Okay, in England, what did you notice about the culture there that maybe Thai people don't know?
I don't really see, because here we just hop on like a taxi, a car. There, it's like I saw like mom with the baby with like stroller everywhere, and it's more common to like do stuff with the baby. Like we can just go to the park and it would be like another mom there. And here I don't really see that much. It's more like a family go out in a car and then use a car to like
So
transportation.
are you saying that in Thailand, like a mother and a baby won't go out by herself?
They do, but like I don't see it as much as I was there. It's more, for me, it's quite like new. And yeah, like here's
There
how to explain
is like
this.
a mom with the baby, like not with the father, like just like that.
How to explain this? It's like
I
think it's had to do with the air quality. People go out more there. Like you go to the park, you
Oh,
exercise
yeah.
in the park.
Yeah.
Like here, it's really limited. You can like in Bangkok, only have like two, 3 parks that like you go, but you don't stay there long because like the air quality is bad. Yeah,
And I heard that people over there, they walk a lot too.
yeah. Foreigner love walking. Yeah.
foreigners love walking.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's not where I'm from.
I think it's true.
we
Like
have big
someone
monster
just
trucks and
want me to walk all
Yeah.
the time. Yeah.
In Thailand, we just like taxi, motorcycle.
Yeah, you
Like
get the
wind car.
motorbike.
Did you feel like moving from such a big city like Bangkok? It sounds like where you moved to is kind of a smaller
Yeah.
part of England.
Yeah. Really quiet.
How did you feel about that? Did you feel bored, or did you ever suggest to your husband, oh, maybe let's move to London or something like that?
So for me, it's quite relaxing. Like me and my husband joke all the time that like you're such a perfect person to come here because like you came from the city, Lao. Like my house really like next to, it's like a, what do you call Muslim? It's
Muslim
like a masjid.
masjid
Yeah. So it's like right.
Mosque.
Mosque.
must.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like right next to my house. Like they sing every morning.
Oh, they do the call to
Stuff like
prayer.
that. I growing up like get used to those sound and plane because like close to my house, like in the middle from the airport. So it's like I get used to this sound. But when I live there, it's just like I moved there. It's quiet. It's peaceful. Yeah.
How did your husband's family feel about you when they first found out about you?
I think they're quite like surprised that we like a thing because like he just in the relationship with his
Long
like
Relationship.
long term.
5 years.
Yeah, 5
Yeah, that's
years
long
with
relationship.
Tiger. So, but my mother-in-law don't like that girl.
Oh, that's good for
They
you.
end it bad. They end it bad, and
Ah.
it's like it's her fault. So they have like kind of like, oh, another girl, another tiger. Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he already had a Thai
yes,
girlfriend.
yes.
Oh, okay. So no, that's
So-
that's bad.
Yeah,
Bad
and they're
experience.
like quite growing up together because like it's 5 years. I think he met her when he's like 17, 16, something
Yeah.
like that. So they quite
Where are
like,
these guys? What are you guys in England doing over there, meeting so young? Yeah.
So when I came in the picture, like I think they're quite surprised. Like, is it another girl? This girl gonna be good to my son.
Did how can I put this nicely? Do you think that she took advantage of him at all? Like what I mean is, you know, a lot of times you hear these stories about the foreigner like comes to Thailand or he meets the Thai girl and they fall in love, but then the girl does something about money or something like that.
It's long distance thing because they start long distance and they continue long distance for 5 years. And for me, we start as long distance, but I kind of give him an idea that like, if you don't want to move here, we need to figure it out. Because for me, I would never move to England if we didn't have a child. Yeah.
You're saying if you didn't have a child, you would not want to move to England.
Yeah.
Is that what finally made you move to England?
Sorry.
Like, did you have a child? Is that why you moved?
Yes, that's why we kind of like have to move because the situation changed.
Did you talk about, would it be better for us to live in Thailand or in England? Did you have a conversation like that?
Yes, we do. For me, it's benefit my children, like my kid, to live there than here. Because like the
what did you consider? Like, why do you think it's better to live there?
Oh, so I'm really new about this. I don't really know much, but all I know is the healthcare that they provide is free. I give birth here, and the next thing is vaccinated. Here I have to pay around 4,000 baht per vaccinated. But since we moved there, she was like almost 3 months when I moved there. So everything's free, and education, it's covered by the government.
Wow.
So it's different than here. It's really different.
When you say education is covered by the government, like, I don't know exactly how it works in England, but you mean like a public school.
Yeah,
But don't you have is it called government school or public school here in Thailand?
we do.
We do, but we still have to pay. you know,
Yeah.
like we have to pay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only if you're gonna study in the temple.
I actually came from
Really? So
a
you're
temple
saying there's
school.
no free public education in Thailand, only at the temple.
Yeah.
Oh, I
But
didn't know
like,
that.
I'm not sure, like, because I saw the temple school in Bangkok, but you also have to pay, but maybe you pay less.
Yeah, but pay small.
You like
amount.
pay
I study in Watatong school.
Watatong, right? It's,
Which is
it's
like,
a lot, right?
my mom said we still have to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
But like,
education.
if you in Thailand, if you put your son to be a monk and also study, that you study for free.
For free.
Watatong is a
But-
very good school.
Yes.
But yeah, we have the public school. We have to pay anyway, but just pay
How much
less.
do you think it costs for a year?
For per semester? I used to study in public school. It's just like between 1 to 3,000 per semester. Like in Ubon, it's called โรงเรียนประจำจังหวัด I don't know how to say, but it's like the first ranking school in Ubon, but like it's a public
So
school.
roughly 400 to 500 baht per month.
Yeah.
Do you think that's hard for a lot of Thai families?
4 to 500 baht per month.
It's not. I mean, it's not that much, but also like, okay, the price you pay and what you got, you cannot expect that much, right? You cannot
Yeah.
expect that. Oh, you're gonna meet some foreign teacher. You're gonna have
Yeah.
a better education. You know, it's something that you. Well, I studied like in the public school because like, you know, my mom that time didn't have that much money, but it depends on you. If you're willing to learn or do something, study more. Yeah.
The thing is, if you have like a relationship with a foreigner, and let's say you have a child and you say, okay, we want to live in Thailand, but we want them to go to an international school, like speak English, it's very, very expensive, right?
Yeah.
How much is it roughly? Like just a range?
Ooh.
How
International
much
school
is it, Emma? I forgot.
Per year? Like
could be
million.
a million.
We used to work in an international school. That's how we met. So it's about 300K for one semester.
For one semester.
Yeah.
So could be $10,000 US dollars
Yeah.
for one semester.
And it's do not include when your kids have like activities.
Field
The-
trip.
the
Yeah,
school
do not
activities.
include that.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like, yeah.
Wow.
for the uniform, like
So, Katie, do you think you'll spend the rest of your life in Thailand, or will you eventually move off to somewhere else?
Good question. I feel like life in Thailand is more convenient. According from my experience that I went to school in the US, I feel like life here is better if you're on holiday, because if you just live like normal life every day, get paid with a Thai salary is not good.
it's tough.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Correct. It's tough. But if you make American salary and live in Thailand, that's convenient.
It's perfect. Yeah.
That is like perfect place to be. Thailand, because food is cheaper here, traveling is cheaper here, even like housing is cheaper
cheaper.
here, convenience, it's easy to get around. But for me, I think if I can choose to leave, I want to retire in Thailand.
You want to retire in Thailand?
Yeah,
Same.
retire
Okay.
in Thailand. But for school, if I have kids, it also depend. In Thailand, we also have a great government school. I went to the government school, Siri Ratanathon. We also like in same close area.
I know that one.
It's a great school. We have an English program, but I didn't went to that class. I think it depends. International school here is also good. In the US, university is good, but it's just so pricey.
I think you mean like
Yeah.
for Thailand you can come back anytime,
Yeah.
right? But like it's better for maybe in the future, like your kids, your children to had some experience of like Western people. It's like just to open more of your mindsets and
Yeah,
more attitude. Like
I think I kind of like back and forth, Thailand, USA.
Okay. Kate, what do you think? Would you like to spend the rest of your life in cold, cloudy England, or come back to sunny, fabulous
not.
Thailand?
Probably coming back. I do like the weather. It's cold, but it can be really challenging. Yeah, it's freezing out there.
What about the food? Are you used to the food? Because England is known for its fabulous cuisine, right?
I'm so like lucky because my mother-in-law cooked the best meal. The best roast, like Sunday roast, is amazing. And yeah, so I don't have that problem.
You can tell me the
yet.
truth. She's not going to watch this.
She seems like she's hiding something.
I don't have a problem yet. I don't know. Maybe because I don't really enjoy spicy food. Like I'm such a weirdo here. Like all my friends, even like if I go for some papaya salad, they always go to the spiciest one. And everyone, I feel like you guys can relate. Like
Yeah.
if it's sometimes need to be spicy.
Yeah,
But for me, they'll be like order like kids meal for Kate. It's like a tam Thai, like a mild version. Yeah, that's why I
Okay.
don't have a problem with English food yet.
Ern, what do you think? You think you're staying in Thailand, or where are you jetting off to?
as same as Katie.
Katie.
Like if I want to retire, I want to retire here. But like during like I'm still young, like the
Yeah.
age and I'm still young, I
Yeah.
still wanna see other country or try to live in other country as well, just to see how it's like. And then,
Yeah.
but anyway, I love the food here. I love the weather here, because like the aircon. If I turn it just like 18 degrees Celsius, it's already like. Oh my God!
Yeah.
I cannot stay in the place where I have like snow. Like I want to see, I want to play with the snow, but I don't want to live like
Yeah,
that.
maybe like a
forever.
holiday.
Yeah, when I was younger, I was not grateful to be Thai. That is like when I was younger, I was like, oh, Thailand is boring.
Yeah,
I'm tired of Bangkok. I'm tired of crowded city.
yeah.
And then when I get to travel, be more open-minded,
Right.
travel to different places. I'm like, all right,
Thailand.
Thailand
It's kind
is
of knock
the
some
best.
sense out of you that like maybe home is better.
Yeah, maybe it's about because you live in Bangkok, but like
Yeah.
Yeah.
if it's for me, I live in like my hometown Ubon, like so you can see more nature. So I feel like it depends which part
Yeah.
you live in Thailand. But you know, Thailand is still the
Yeah.
only place that I wanna live forever, like for good for living. But you still have to travel, you know, to see the people and enjoy life.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be back in Thailand for sure because my family is here, you know, and especially if they're like old people, they don't want to move to anywhere.
Yeah. They
You
don't
know?
like get on a plane. They don't like that.
No, I don't want to get on a plane. I want to move to anywhere. They're so scared if they're gonna be at the airport. They're confused and everything. It's like it's okay.
Yeah, it's good to travel. I feel like traveling would help you to see many things in this world that you have never seen. It will teach you new culture and new knowledge. I think traveling is the best way to learn about yourself too, what you like, what you don't
Yeah.
like, you know? And that's what I'm grateful for. When I was young, I didn't grateful about that. That's why now I'm here back to Thailand.
Yeah.
I can spend $1 for a meal.
Yeah.
Yes.
The best.
Yeah.
Guys, if you want to learn more about what life is like here in Thailand, check out this video right here, and we will see you in the next one.